in this video we're going to be talking about roots of polynomials. So at the end of the video, I want us to be able to name functions by degree, define what roots, solutions, and zeros mean, and identify and find the number of solutions from a graph. All right, so we're going to start really easy with the definition of a polynomial. Remember, it is just the sum or difference of algebraic terms. So all of these being added or subtracted together, that whole thing is a polynomial. Last unit, we talked about naming them by the number of terms. So, right, one term was monomial, two terms binomial, three terms trinomial. Anything after that, it was like 4-term or 5-term polynomial. Well, we can actually name them a different way based on the degree and the shape of the graph. So I'll talk about what that means on this next slide. So let's talk about what degree means. So degree is just the highest exponent power. Remember, exponents are these little small things. So the highest one is 4, so we call that a degree 4 polynomial. Once we have the highest degree, now that we know, we're going to give it a different name. So here we go. The first one we're going to talk about is a constant. When your equation has no x's, it's going to be called constant, and the graph is going to look like a flat line. Next is if we only have x's with no exponent other than 1, it is linear, and it's going to be a graph with some type of slope. So it's going to be straight, but it's going to be kind of tilted, unlike this guy here. Next, we have x squared, so degree 2, because the highest exponent is 2. It's called quadratic. It's going to be a smiley face or a frowny face. It might be upside down. Next is a cubic function, which the highest degree is 3, meaning x cubed. And you're going to have kind of like this wonky, like sideways s. And then lastly, we're going to look at quartic, which is a degree 4, so x to the 4th, and it's always going to kind of look like it crosses the graph a couple times. So that's going to be quartic. We probably won't see too many of those, but I just wanted to show you in case you have an x to the 4th, we're going to call it quartic. All right, so now that we know what we are looking for, we are going to now take these polynomials and look for their roots. A root is a point where the function crosses the x-axis. So y'all remember, this here is the x-axis, right here. So when we're looking at this, roots can also be called x-intercepts, zeros, or solutions. So you might see, find the x-intercepts, find the zeros, find the solutions. It means the same thing. It is asking you, hey, where does this graph cross the x-axis? All right, so then what happens if it doesn't cross the x-axis? This guy doesn't cross over the x-axis at all. We are going to say no solution or no roots or no x-intercepts. Usually we write no solution. Okay, on to the next. So we're going to look at a couple practice examples. So this says find the number of solutions, then write them as a point. So number 1 here, we're going to count. Remember, solution mean where does it cross the x-axis? 1, 2, 3 times. So it has 3 solutions, and those solutions are at point -1, 0, 2, 0, and 3, 0. So we're going to write them as points down here. All right, this guy only touches it once, so we have 1 solution, and it is at 1, 0. This guy does not cross the x-axis, so we're going to say no solution. All right, if you guys have questions, come find me. If not, I will see y'all in the next one.